Hello everyone and welcome to week 3 of our regular music competitions. We've had a little break over Easter, but we're back and raring to go with a new challenge for you for this week. Before we do that, we need to say well done to the people who won a prize for their entries for our second competition just before Easter. So well done you three, really great entries into the competition, but fantastic standard from all the entries that we had. It took us a long time to decide who we're going to award the prizes to, so thank you to everyone who entered, and hopefully we'll have lots of entries for this week's competition too. However, it's not just this week, it's actually a 2-week competition because it's a little bit more tricky and a little bit more complicated this time, so we're giving you that little bit longer to have a think about it and get some entries in. So firstly, you will find a PowerPoint presentation in your music folder on SMC Study, which will talk you through the different parts of the task that you need to complete. You might want to read through that a couple of times with this video, and we're going to talk you through that now. So this week's task is called Stave Stories. And Stave Stories is going to be a combination of learning about music notation and also some creative writing as well. As you know, we use the first 7 letters of the alphabet to name the notes in music: A, B, C, D, E, F and G. And that is what this challenge is all about. The first thing you need to do is make a list of as many words as you can that are spelled only using those 7 letters. You can use the letters more than once if you need to, but you can only use those 7 letters. Now we've got a list and we've come up with over 40 words, so I'm sure there's lots of interesting words you can make. And the longest word we come up with is 8 letters long, so there's another challenge for you to try and beat us with that. Next, you need to write either a short story or a poem, somewhere between 4 and 8 lines long, that includes some of those words you came up with. Not just those words, of course you can use lots of other words as well, but it must include at least 6 of those words somewhere within it. Okay, so this is where the music comes in. Now in your story, when you come to one of your A, B, C, D, E, F, G words, the musical words as we're going to call them, you're not going to write them out normally, you're going to write them out as music notation instead. Now as you can see on the screen, there is what we call the stave, which is 5 lines close together that have dots written on them or between the lines that represent the different notes. And so instead of writing out your words normally, you are going to use the notation to write some of those words in your story out. Now for some of you this might be slightly new, and so later on in this video, Mr. Yandanadi, taken from his grade 1 theory class, is going to talk you through how to write these out really simply, so everyone can take part in this competition. Now some of you probably won't have what we call manuscript paper, the paper with the stave written on it, available at home. So we've placed an electronic copy in the folder with the PowerPoint, so you can print some if you're able to, but it's really easy to make your own. You just need some plain paper, a pencil and a ruler, and you just need to draw 5 horizontal lines evenly spaced out, and you can use that as your manuscript paper so you can take part in the competition. So hopefully an example of what this might look like will show you that it's not as tricky as you may be thinking, and that the process of making this can be quite straightforward. So there's an example, 2 sentences, and the last word in each has been replaced with some music notation which spells out a word. In the first line, the words bed, B-E-D, the 3 notes written out, and the second line, egg, E, and then 2 G's written on the stave, nice and clearly. Exactly what we're looking for. So remember, your entry needs to be between 4 and 8 lines long and include at least 6 music notation words within it. Entries need to be emailed to musiclessons@smchull.org no later than 6 p.m. on Friday the 1st of May. Please do get in touch with your music teacher in the meantime if you need any extra support or guidance. But for those people who music notation writing is maybe a little bit new to, here's Mr. Yandanadi with a little tutorial video to help you on your way.
Okay, so we're going to be using our musical alphabet today. That's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then all the way back to the beginning again. We're not going any further than G. We have a nice little handy diagram for all the treble clef notes you need to know at grade 1. Starting down here, below the first ledger line at B, Middle C on the first ledger line, a hamburger C. Pianists specifically call this doggy D because it's in a little kennel of them two black notes. On trumpet we say 1 and 3 low D. Okay, woodwind specialists, let me know, what do you call it? And violinists and cellists. Then we go up, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A on the first ledger line above the stave, and B sitting on top of that first ledger line. But we have something easier to go with first, which is 2 rhymes to help you remember your treble clef notes. Okay, the first one incorporates these notes, E, G, B, D, and F. And the second one incorporates these notes, F, A, C, and E. Let's learn a rhyme for this one first. Okay, in our book we have the example, every green bus drives fast. That's quite a handy one, that's a good one to know. I learnt with every good boy deserves football, which is also E, G, B, D, F. Some people learnt every good boy deserves fudge, because obviously we're Hull based and we know that rugby's more important than football. And I'm sure there are other ones around there. Let me know if you have a different one. You never know, it might be more useful to someone else. And then for our spaces rhymes, it's really simple. Face goes in the space. If you remember that, you'll never get them notes wrong, as long as you count properly.